wake up. Captain, drop a super chat now. Morning run go dumb, funniest in town. If you ain't sub yet, sit your ass down. If you ain't sub yet, sit your ass down. Hey, runner, grab your coffee.
Y'all fake caring about out there in the world today. Unc,
Yeah.
you have been working closely with what's going on in Colorado as far as the recruiting and things of that nature. Of course, we just had a bunch of commits this past weekend, but you were speaking with the ones who were one of the first to commit, the previous four that committed. Unc, can you talk about your experience speaking with these young guys that have just signed?
We tag it two ways, man, because also had a couple of, if I could use a big word early in the show, robust conversations with Coach Prime over the weekend on Saturday and Sunday. And matter of fact, here's how he started Sunday's conversation when I answered the phone. I said, "What's up, big bro?" He said, 8 out of 10 today. 8 out of 10. If you add that with the previous commits, that makes him 16 or 17, depending on how you count it. Let's go. We'll do the haters a favor and go with 16.
Yeah.
That's 16 from the class of 2027. So next year's graduating class, and having the ability to interview some of these guys. Got some more coming this week as well. You know, you're just blown away that they're high school seniors and that type of demand of their craft, their interview ability, their coachability, et cetera. And then even just their knowledge of the decisions that they made. You know, Kenny Fairley talked about, man, I hear that nonsense of people saying Coach Prime hired a young coach and Coach Plum, but Coach Dante Carter is the reason I said yes to Colorado. I like having a young coach. I like a young coach that's more of a big brother that's going to keep you accountable. Talked about, you know, what Chef Solomon means to guys who's going to be, you know, far from home and homesick and missing mama cooking. So these guys got a good command of what they have, you know, bought into, what they want to come see. And that's the other thing they all articulated. It was like, hey, man, this is how it is. Like, I don't want the home visit. I want to go visit where I'm going to be playing. I know what my house look like. You know, my mama know what her house look like. We want to go see where I'm going to be living. So shout out to, man, these young guys, these commits. And you had one out of Florida, just for description purposes, white kid on defense out of Florida. He committed without coming. Like, no, I've seen enough.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't even got to come see it. I know.
Right.
So that was one that you didn't have to spend money to go see or have to spend to bring them to you for OV. And he said, yes. So, but, you know, I take one of the things, Chico, one of my biggest takeaways from it, and touched on it on Morning Wood and some segments to come, is Coach Prime's belief in his coaching staff and his belief in his coaching ability, and how that translates to, hey, y'all, will we love 5 stars? Yes. 5 stars want to come here, they're more than welcome. But before we spend all these resources coaching a 5-star, recruiting a 5-star, you know, all we got to do is get us a 3 or 4 and turn him into a 5. All we got to do is get a guy that people are overlooking and give them that opportunity. Because, one, they're going to be grateful, they're going to be thankful, and then they're hungry.
Yeah.
And they don't necessarily come in with some of the egotistical blemishes that you can find on 5 stars that's been recruited all their life. You know, they come in wanting to prove something, a chip on their shoulder, remember who believed in them first, you know, remember who came after them first. So, and that's not saying that is a new approach, but when you look at this class, you'll be like, man, there's a lot of guys with a lot of potential, a lot of upside. And Coach Prime wants to coach that upside. There you go. Lindsay, Pulliam, Linton, you know, both sides of the ball. Yeah. Yeah. You know, offensive line, defensive line, edge. You got some QBs in the mix, about 3 or 4 corners in the mix. So it's a good look for 2027.
Hey, I'm excited also. I like what you said about the 3 and 4 star and 5-star guys, as opposed to trying to recruit all of those 5-star guys who, you know, the ranking services or recruiting services has ranked, you know, by their metrics and whatever. You can also look and observe and recruit guys by your metrics and what you feel like could be 3, 4, or 5-star. You know, you don't always have to go by what everyone else is saying.
Well
It's the
said.
same thing
Well,
when you
well
see
said.
when you have a girl or whether you're a girl, you have a guy, you're pursuing a guy out there. You can go back and look in high school, right? Everybody might want this girl, but you come in with this one right here that you feel like, hey man, this is a quote unquote 3-star, but all she need is a little bit of, go to the track with me. You feel me? I might take her to the mall a couple times. Now she a stunner. Just need a little polishing. And now look, not everybody want her.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's how it
But,
happens. That's college
you
football nowadays today for real.
look at the model, and I don't mean model as in Tyra Banks. I mean model as in prerequisite to what's been taking place. Look at the guys that Coach Prime has brought in and nobody else heard of. Coached them up, played them up, and they get a bigger bag to go somewhere else. And Coach doesn't have a problem with that. Like he doesn't have an issue with that. He ain't mad about that. That is the world of college football today. And so if he gets a guy that's a 3, the guy plays 2 years for us and becomes his household name. One thing that you have to just own about Big 12 schools, particularly Colorado, it ain't going to be no match to the highest bidder, dog.
Yeah.
Let's just stop. That's not going to happen. And so, like, if you're a 250K dude and somebody comes at you with 1.2 million next, you better go get it.
Dip out, run, go, grab that bag, fast.
You better go get it. But the cost benefit analysis of pursuing only 5s to lose them immediately or not get them, compared to pursuing 3s and 4s and coaching them up. Because here's the thing, man. And you'll find it, Chico, in the NFL or whatever league you may be in as far as your competition. You don't have to have, and I've said this before on this show, particularly as related to left tackle when our guy Jordan Seaton transferred. Shout out to Big C. He got a camp coming up, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't have to have the number 1 guy at every position to win the Big 12. You got to have some guys with some heart, some guys with some talent, the guys that's coachable, some guys with some passion. You got to be able to compete. But to say that across the board, whatever level we on, that this particular that or this, that we got to have the number 1, you can't create an all-star team in college football. Money don't allow it.
Mm-hmm.
Money would allow it if you had it. When you ain't got it, money don't allow that.
Yeah.
So you got to do like the Bill Belichick way when he was at the Patriots. Hey, let me go out here and see what's on this waiver wire that somebody else don't want to have to take the time with and coach and teach something that I can put them in a position to be damn successful. Because what happened to coaching, Chico?
That's a real NFL way right there, Unc.
Yeah,
because most NFL
decades.
Yeah, they all feel like, hey man, I could coach these guys up. I could find a diamond in the rough, so to speak, aka a 3-star instead of a 4-star. That's the same thing. You find that diamond in the rough, and you coach them up, put them in the right position. Might have been out of position, put them in the right position. And now the guy flourishes, and that's what they're in a position to do right now, man. You can't go out there and, like you said, compete with the blue bloods or the Alabamas and such as far as paying these guys. So I can go over here. Okay, I really like him. Maybe he's not even getting all the attention that someone else is getting. But the film says otherwise. Look at the film, dog. Look at the measurables. Look where he come from. He actually fits perfect. A lot better than what this 5-star guy might fit in. This is what we're looking for.
You have to consider too, man. Amen to that, Chico. Again, we'll say you 2 for 2 today. Is that just because somebody looked good on film, when you talk about that girlfriend analogy, them fitting you, everybody probably got a checklist of 5 things they want in a player or a spouse or whatever. But outside of that, the next 5 is what fits you. And you have to keep in mind that you already have a system. You already have players in your locker room. And just because a guy is all this on tape, does he mesh well with the guys you already have?
Mm-hmm.
Does he fit the system you play in? Or will you come in and tear up that system or tear up that locker room? So everything ain't just about football talent on film. It's about fit.
Yes, sir.
Which is why Coach said this year, everybody to come in, I'm the first say and the last say.
That's what it's all about, baby. That's what it's all about. Shout out to all of the young recruits that's coming in and the ones that will be coming also for the Buffs and making this season one to remember for the older traditional Colorado fans and the ones that came in with Shedeur Sanders, Coach Prime, Travis Hunter and crew, Coach Neely and crew. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and don't forget, man, as a well-intended byproduct of these recruit interviews we're doing, we have some very nice Prime parents on deck. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, BiggDogg Chico and Speed Hustle TV, because they'll drop there first.
Check them out. Coming soon. Y'all get to know the parents of the players from the Himalayas.
Wake up, tap in, drop a super chat now. Morning run go dumb, funniest in town. If you ain't sub yet, sit your ass down. If you ain't sub yet, sit your ass down. Hey, runner, grab your
Oh, Lord. What's wrong with them? What's wrong with them?
This dude's diabolical.